So you have this amazing app idea and you need someone to build it, and you don't know how to approach them because every time that you try to approach a software developer with your app idea, they're running away from you like you have the play. In this video, I'm gonna cover how to approach software developers. Let me give you a brief summary about what I'm gonna talk about in this video so you would know exactly what to expect. First, we're gonna talk about how to ask opinion about your app, and then we're gonna talk about what you need to do before you present your idea to a software developer, and for you to understand what is the tech stack is. Are they working for a backend or the front end or some specific technologies, and is this specific technologies right for your app? And then lastly, we're gonna talk about MVP and prototyping a little bit and how to approach to these ideas and how to make a distinction between prototype and MVP and also idea validation. Before I go into details in this video, I would like to state that these are only my opinions. When you follow these steps, it's not necessarily for a software developer to join to your venture or your idea or your startup, because everybody has their own and they might have different reasons. It might change from person to person. So yes, everyone is different basically. And let's get started. So what I would like first for someone with an app idea that they want to create this new social platform or some kind of SaaS business that is going to generate millions in their head, to come to me first. Before even get into the ideation stage, they can come to me and ask for my opinion if this thing is viable to build, rather than just asking me to join. So I can listen to the idea and I can give you some directions, like saying you need this and that, like you need these tools to build this stuff and it's going to take this amount of time. It might take this many of people to build properly. So based on my experience, I would give you some kind of guideline. I would give you some kind of steps to follow or things to research, so you would have a better idea about what you're going to build. In this step, the important bit is you need to work out that if this thing that you're thinking of is technically possible to build. You need to, the reason that you're asking to a developer, they will tell you exactly what you need to do or if it's even possible. So you cannot just create an AGI, it's a good idea, or like a hoverboard, it's a good idea, but is it technically possible? No, of course. So an engineer would tell you that, give you a reality check, what is possible, what is not possible, and how long is it going to take, obviously. So another thing that you need to do is do the validation. If you're going to be the business side of the startup, or you're going to do the business side of an app, that you need to do that first. Because before writing a single line of code, you can just, there are a lot of tools that you can go out, validate your idea, get some kind of customer list. And most simply, you can just go out and ask people if they're interested in this idea and find potential clients. Do the business side. So create a business, create some kind of demand for the product that you are thinking of building. Creating landing pages with no code. It's so simple nowadays. You can just sign up to any kind of website like Squarespace or WordPress or anything like that. They have all these tools that you can just drag and drop and then create like a landing page. Even Canva even offers these days. So you can just go design a landing page and just publish it without leaving Canva. And you can put this in front of people, get some kind of validation for your idea. Then you see that idea is trackable, then people are interested. Then when you have this solid evidence, you can just go back to the developer. And at this point, you can just say, hey, look, I have this much of interest in this idea. What do you think? And you can again do a reality check. Even if you didn't do at the beginning, at this stage, you can just go back to the developer saying that I have offered these features to these people. Can you tell me if it's possible to build? Can you tell me how long is it going to take to build these things? What I did in here, instead of like asking them to join, making a life-changing decision, because when you go into a business with someone, you spend more time than you would spend with your family members. So that's why asking someone to join your idea, and imagine this is not even their idea, it's your idea, your dream to follow, and you're trying to bring them in as a partner. So you need to convince them somehow. You need to do the work as well, as much as you expect them to do it. And if the developer says, yes, this is possible, I see the traction, I like the idea, let's build it. But that doesn't mean you should immediately jump on it and bring this person on board. You need to pay attention to a couple of things. So first of all, if you're creating a mobile app, you need to see if this person has a mobile background in terms of development. If you need to see if this person have shown any kind of, I don't know, maybe portfolio, and you know that this person is working with companies as a software developer in that area, and they're proven to be able to build this thing, then you can go ahead. There are two concepts in software development, front-end and the backend. Usually, most people think that front-end developers are building the entire application, but in order for an app to work, you need both sides. Backend developer and front-end developers are equally important. Front-end is more visual. Imagine front-end as a storefront where you see the items, where you can interact with the items. And then the backend is where the action is happening. And then these items is brought to you. For your app to be successful, for your idea to be successful, especially if you're starting out as a two-man company, that you are from the business side and this person from the technical side, you need this person to have both of these skills. This is very important because they should be able to build this app from scratch by themselves. Because you're not going to have any kind of resources, you're not going to have any kind of help unless you pay for it, unless you have some money. But most of the startups, they don't tend to have, and they just try to make as much as they can. And they're like a one-man band, they can do anything. So yes, everything works out. You have proved your idea, you have validated your idea, and then you approach to the developer, ask their opinion, and they're liking the idea. So you decided to partner up. And what you're going to do at this stage is going to build an MVP. Imagine all these cool features that you have in your app that you planned, you've promised to people, and then they get excited about it. Imagine all of that and throw them in a shelf for now. Because what you need to do is determine what is the main feature of your app, what is the main proposal to people, and find that, identify that feature and start building with that. You can put stuff on top of it, but what is the bare minimum for your app to function? If it's a social media app, posting pictures or posting videos, that is the MVP. That's it. Another example, imagine you're building a road. So it needs to be flat and it should allow vehicle to drive on top of it, right? All these lines, all these like road signs and everything, all these other stuff on the road that you might see, these are all extra. They don't belong in the MVP itself because the main functionality is for cars to drive. The main purpose of a road is for cars to drive. So if you can manage that, you have an MVP. And then based on the customer feedback, let's say there are sections on your road that car accidents happens all the time. So that's a user feedback. Then you can put some kind of sign in there that's showing drivers to be careful because there might be a danger ahead. And then at this stage, you repeat the first part again, that you ask the developer's opinion, ask them how long is it going to take to build this MVP. And based on that, you can start arranging your business affairs. Either you're going to work on marketing or selling this if you're building a SaaS product, or do something else, like something what a business side of the application would do to make it successful. And yeah, that's simple. All you need to do before going to the developer is just start working on it, start validating it, and start asking questions and do the business side of it and leave the technical side to a technical person. This is not gonna guarantee you find a partner because, as I said at the beginning of the video, there might be multiple reasons for a software developer not to join a project. They might be occupied with different projects. They might not have the entrepreneurial spirit and everything. They might just want to go to work and just enjoy their life. They don't want to spend insane hours on developing some kind of business. Every person is different, as you would know, but if you follow this space, I guarantee you it's going to be 100 times easier to find a co-founder in the technical side. And we do have a Discord community that half of the members are software developers. If you're looking for someone who's a software developer as a co-founder, that might be a good place to give it a try. So about this subject, if you have any more questions, please leave a comment and I will try to address them in the next video. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.